What's up, guys? So I want to ask y'all a question. Is the Glock 26 obsolete? I think it is. I think Glock could probably take this out of their lineup, and a ton of people probably wouldn't even notice. You have guns now such as the P365, the 365XL, the 43X, the 48, the Hellcat Pro, all those right there. I think they put this gun kind of out of date, and I want to tell you why. Main reason is the thickness. The length isn't such a big deal, but it's so much more comfortable, at least to me, and a lot of other people in the world, because I believe the 43X is one of the most sold guns in the United States. So a lot of people probably feel the same way. The thickness of this bad boy right here just kind of makes it obsolete, in my opinion. Also, such a short grip. Now, this it's a double-edged sword. The thickness is going to make it harder to conceal, but the length of the 43X is going to make it a little harder to conceal. But in my opinion, the 43X actually even feels better in my hand. Now, this Glock 26 right here is a Gen 5. I've actually never even fired this gun. There again, kind of forgot I had it because I bought it to carry, and then I shortly thereafter bought a 365, and I just never looked back, because the 365 is so much more comfortable to carry than a 26. I've owned a lot of 26s, every generation of them. I do prefer the Gen 5 though, in my opinion. It just does feel a little bit better in the hand than other generations. But there again, this gun, in my opinion, just doesn't really have a place in the gun market today. Your opinions may vary, but we're going to put a few rounds through this gun today. We're going to talk about some of the pros and cons of this, and then I'll give you my final opinion. Again, not going to put a ton of rounds through it just because this isn't something I'm going to carry, probably not something I'm going to shoot a ton of, just something that's just kind of in the collection now. And there's probably a lot of you out there right now that have the same gun or some version of it that is just in your collection. Let's put a few rounds through it. Okay, guys, now this comes with a little bitty magazine, and it holds 10 rounds in the little magazine, and it pretty much doesn't add anything on the end. You cannot get a pinky on this, so it is what it is. It's going to be a little snappy. It's going to be a little harder to hold on to, but let's go see what we can do. All right, guys, I know something right off the bat. Some of the other guns that I've reviewed this size, this is a softer shooting gun. The recoil system of having this does make it a little softer shooting than them. Even though you can only get 2 fingers on it, it doesn't feel as snappy. On the other side, I could tell that this sounds louder than anything I have on the table that I've shot today. It just seemed loud to me. Even with the hearing protection on, it just seemed loud. It wasn't ringing my ears or nothing, but I could just tell that it was louder than everything else I had shot. But there again, with that recoil system, it was very manageable to shoot, and I'd forgot how soft a shooting gun the 26s were. The 43X is a little bit more jumpy, in my opinion, from what I can remember, and definitely the 365 is more jumpy. But there again, you still got your pinky hanging off the end. For weaker shooters, this might be a little bit harder to shoot because you can't get a full grip on it. So that's something you have to keep in mind. Again, only 10 rounders come with the gun, but the good thing about Glocks in this size frame is you can use the 10 rounder, the 15 rounder out of the 19, the 17 rounder out of the 17, and then the 33 round magazine out of the 18 if you choose to do so. It's just going to stick like way down here. The trigger on this is Glock. I mean, that's just what it is. It's kind of squishy up to this point. Hit a wall, it breaks. Reset, right there. Feels like it's about 5 pounds. That's about where most Glocks are. We can actually check that later at a later date, but feels about 5 pounds to me. And like I said, that's about what most Glock triggers are. I will say that the Gen 5 triggers do seem better than the Gen 4s. Every Gen 5 I've had seems better than Gen 4. They actually seem better than than the Gen 3s. I actually have a scale right here. I want to check this because the more I feel that, it feels light. I don't know. All right, I have my Lyman gauge right here. So let's just see what it is. I forgot I brought this with me. 5.3. So I was pretty much right on the money on that whole 5 pound things. But I will say it feels lighter than 5 pounds to me, just dry firing it. And it's not even broke in yet, so that'll get the feeling even better. Let me show you that you can run other magazines through this, and that is one of the appeals to running this size pistol. All right, guys, we have a Glock 19 magazine. We have a Glock 17 magazine. And you can see right here, they both go in just fine, no issues at all. But we're gonna put some rounds through these, both magazines, just to make sure it runs flawlessly and doesn't have any issues. And then I'll come back, give you my final thoughts. One thing I can say, if you run a 15 rounder, it is perfect in my hand as far as getting a grip. Crazy. Okay, guys, there you have it. It runs all magazines that Glock makes for 9mm, except like the 43 and 43X size magazines, but all the full size frame magazines, it runs those, which makes this a pretty enticing option to carry if you wanted to. In my opinion, it is still obsolete because these other smaller guns have now got the same amount of rounds or more rounds in a smaller package, and it just makes it easier to conceal carry. Again, not a bad option. People carry these for many, many years, and they run flawlessly. And like I said, another enticing part of this is you can run 17 round mags, you can run 33 round mags. It doesn't matter. They'll all work. But I think the thickness of this bad boy is what has got it where Glock could take this off the market and nobody would probably ever really care, or at least most people probably wouldn't care. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You think the 26 is outdated? Because I kind of feel like it is. I really feel like it is. And I think Glock could probably do away with this and nobody would actually really care that much. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.